Kai'Sa has a ton of games right now, but despite this, her win rate isn't actually too impressive. So here's a quick guide to hopefully help you win more games when playing this super fun champion. She is an extremely versatile AD carry. She has good burst and tank damage, good wave clear, stealth, and her ultimate to chase or to reposition. Kai'Sa does scale very well and can be pretty impossible to beat if she knows what she's doing. Unfortunately though, Kai'Sa's range is pretty low, and she also has a fairly weak early game too. This means she's kinda easy to punish in a lot of different matchups. She's also very reliant on that ultimate to keep herself alive, and she's so much better and harder to kill when she's got that E evolved. Don't forget to click the link in the description to head to our website and see all the other Kai'Sa content that we have for you. We've got builds, runes and stats updated every single day, we've got counter advice, combo demonstrations and lots more for every other champion, so check it out. Hail of Blades is going to be your main rune to go for. This really adds to your burst, your trading and your all-in potential throughout the game. Then you want to go for Cheap Shot, Eyeball Collection and Treasure Hunter. After that you just want to grab those boots and cookies for a bit of extra sustain in the early game. You're always going to want to max your Q first as this is your main damaging ability. Then you can just go for that E to bring the cooldown lower and finish off with your W. So Kraken Slayer is your go-to mythic item on Kai'Sa. It gives you more DPS and a handful of all of the stats that you love. It also helps you take down all those different types of targets with the bonus true damage that it provides. After that you want to go for those core items in Phantom Dancer, Infinity Edge and Lord Dominus Regards. Once you've got that mythic item and Phantom Dancer you should be able to evolve your Q and your E now, which honestly just makes you so much stronger. There's also a few situational items too, like the Collector if you're stomping and a Mortal Reminder if you do need that anti-heal. Just remember though that picking up either of these items early on may significantly slow down your power spikes. When it comes to those defensive items you also have a couple of choices. Guardian Angel, Makura Scimitar or even a Zhonya's can be brilliant items to go for. Against easy matchups the main thing you can do is just scale up for free. Farming should be your priority but do look to punish those enemies too if you can. You want to try and bully your enemies with your Q and your passive and time your engages around your level ups and your support's initiation. If you do get fed early in this champion, you're probably going to win the game. Harder matchups often have ways to really play aggressive against you and burst you down, or they can simply deny you with that longer range. Here you're going to need to sit back a little more, not trade too often and use your Q to farm and wave clear. As long as you don't get too far behind here though, you should still be able to do great things as the game progresses. Kai'Sa naturally excels with supports that have good CC and can give her those free passive stacks, so Leona or Alistar can be very strong kill lanes. You can also play enchanters like Nami or Janna though, who are great when paired with Kai'Sa in teamfights, but they are going to be a bit less aggressive in the lane phase. So throughout the early game, like we said, with the right support, Kai'Sa can actually be quite a potent kill lane, but she can also sit back more and scale with items. You want to try and use your Q to wave clear only when you're being pushed in to keep it out of turret range, otherwise you're just going to permanently push and leave yourself exposed to ganks. Your basic trade will be an auto attack immediately into your Q to cancel that auto animation. Ideally you want to trade by getting an isolated Q on someone and then proc your passive for a massive amount of burst. Kai'Sa's W uses a lot of mana, so mostly use it when you're trying to use it to proc your passive or when you're all-inning. You don't just want to be randomly poking or farming with your W as you're going to go pretty quickly. Once you have your ultimate, your kill threat increases massively but so does your survivability. Try and use this ability pretty carefully though, as you're much harder to punish with it available. When it comes to team fights, you should be hitting the most important target that's close and safe for you to do so. Kai'Sa's pretty unique for a marksman because she can fill two roles. She can front to back, killing tanks first with the passive damage like normal, but she can also be more of an assassin, flying into their backline with her ultimate to assassinate those carries. This is much more risky, but if you have flash and you stealth from your E, you can actually get away with some pretty big plays. The key to team fighting with Kai'Sa is good kiting though. You want to use your stealth well with your E and also use that ultimate to gain the distance. The trick to her ultimate is to walk one way and then ultimate to the other side of someone to create the most distance possible. Remember that you have the potential to deal some pretty insane damage over the course of a fight, but you are squishy and you're an AD carry, so positioning yourself perfectly is really what's going to make the difference. Now let's finish off with a few quick Kai'Sa tips. Remember that your passive proc deals a percentage of their missing health, so it bursts much harder than people expect when they're already low health. You want to be using your E carefully, especially before it's upgraded. This ability prevents you from attacking until it's finished its channel, and therefore if you use it halfway through a fight it could really hinder you. Try to use it before you engage to chase, or simply use it to avoid abilities and escape instead. You can actually change the direction of your W by using your flash too. You can use it when a minion is blocking your way, or just use it to close the gap and give the opponent zero time to react. This is especially useful when trying to execute someone by proccing your passive. That wraps up our quick guide on Kai'Sa. Good luck on the Rift.